Hello, everybody. We have teased this slightly. It's going to be a new monthly show on here, which is going to be basically for people who are on GFN. And if you're maybe getting the Steam Deck as well, it might be of interest to you as well. But primarily, we are going to be talking about GFN, and it is what games are available on GFN in this month's Humble Bundle. Barry, are you excited?
Yes, I am. I'm always excited because there's a new month of games to claim, and I don't know, it's become a bit of a monthly ritual now, hasn't it? Kind of going in and getting the games, and then going right. Let's go and search GFN and see how many of the games in the collection are on there this month. So I'm looking forward to it.
So here we go. We'll bring it up now. And boom, here we go. As you can see, I've claimed all the games already, and there is some interesting games here. Out from this month's 12, there is only 3 which are available in GFN, and Neon Abyss, Narvita Boy, and West of Dead. The other games are not. Orwell might be. There's a possibility that one is because it's the second season of that. So I've tried to have a wee look, but I've just run out of time. Basically, I apologize.
Hang your head in shame.
But you can take it for red that Narita Boy, West of Dead, and Neon Abyss are all on GFN. You also get PGA Tour 2K21, Not for Broadcast, Rookie, Animal Crops, Heaven's Vault, Swag and Sorcery, Fort Triumph, Orwell, and Famed Collection. So what's your overall take before we just go into the ones which are on GFN here?
I think there's a really good mix overall, isn't there? I mean, if we look at those 12 titles, I guess I want to say it feels similar to what we say about GFN on a Thursday. There's probably a little bit of something for everybody in there. There's a good mixture. I think it kind of goes without saying PGA is probably the standout one. In terms of I don't want to say the biggest title, but in terms of a sports title, it's a bit of a marquee sports title in golf. But no, there's a great little bit of variety in there.
Yeah, and just to recap, this to subscribe to this is $12 a month, which works out about £8. There is offers kick around every so often. I'm paying $6 a month for this, which works out to about £4 a month.
Shocking value that is, isn't it?
Yes.
to think for that four and a bit quid a month that you are just looking at those games, even if you play them once, or even if you only play 1 or 2 of them, you're absolutely quids in.
Absolutely. So value is in the eye of the beholder. But if you're just a GFN player, these 3 games for that sort of money, I think that's reasonable enough. We'll click into these here quickly. And the first one we're going to click into is Neon Abyss. I can say this with a clear conscience, this game is an absolute load of fun. And guess who's mentioned in this?
Who is mentioned in this?
Hades is in this game as well. But basically, this game, think of like a 2D, an old school like 2D platformer, but with mixed with a bit of Binding of Isaac. It's a roguelike. You get different weapons and you try and get them to combine into different things. And you get, yes, I'm going to say something a bit daft here, but it is in the game. You collect eggs, and these eggs hatch into all these other creatures and things as well, which actually help you out as well. It is a load of fun. It's different every time you play, and it is just great. I like it. What I really think it needs to be commended for is it has difficulty levels in this. You've got easy, medium, and hard, basically. And I think it's great they've got an easy mode in this, because a lot of these games, like The Binding of Isaac and other roguelikes, don't actually have difficulty levels, and this one does. I think more games should be introducing these sort of things. And like I said, look at the amount of eggs there, and they hatch into these like wee dolls and things like that. And again, this game is absolutely bonkers, and it is a load of fun.
Yeah, it's been one that's been on my list for a while. I've not picked it up yet. I was actually just trying to do a little bit of quick value hunting whilst we were checking. And Neon Abyss is currently £16 on Steam as it stands right now. So you've paid £4 something, and you've got 12 games, not just the one. But no, absolutely. Neon Abyss has been on my list, as I say, for a while. It's just been that ever, that ever never-ending struggle of finding the time to pick it up and jump in. But it looks like a stack of fun. It looks like something that I really enjoy. So the fact that this is part of my subscription, I am absolutely chuffed. It's a thumbs up from me.
Yep, I'm telling you now, for me, for the £4, $6 a month I'm paying, this would be worth it just on its own. We also have got 2 other games. Narvita Boy. This has just came out over the last couple of months. It went on to everything, and this game is, think maybe Stranger Things sort of thing, that sort of vibe. It's the old school like 80s sort of thing. That's what it just reminds me of. And I have played a wee bit in this. I think you've dipped your toe into this slightly, I think, or you were thinking.
I had a very brief look because it dropped into
another service.
So yeah, we won't name other services, but yeah, I jumped into, started to have a look. But again, another one that I know that will enjoy. Just hearing you describe it then has kind of brought back everything that makes me want to pick it up and give it a blast. But
yeah, what I would say about it is it had me intrigued. I wasn't sure if I was liking it or if I was hating it. It's one of these sort of games where it has you thinking. And if I remember right as well, it is actually not that long either. So you could have a bit of
Peggy 16.
A bit of fun with that. So I think this is another interesting get into the monthly offer in there.
Yep, absolutely. And just to keep a running total, it's actually on sale at the moment on Steam. So it's 50% off its usual price. So you can buy it for $9.99 ordinarily outside of the Humble Bundle. But that is obviously on the 50% off promotion, but it's normally £20. So straight away at flat out value, we've got just under £36 worth of games from 2 games alone.
Yeah, so I think this is what we were talking about. We're just trying to run this to see what everybody thinks about this show. So, we're doing our running total here, just to show you the value of this. And Humble Bundle is a safe sort of key distributor. It is well known. It is, everybody uses it. Take-Two and a number of these big, massive publishers use this. They've run bundles on it as well, and they've advertised it. So this is a safe key site. It is a well-respected, and people use this key site on a daily basis. So this is not one of these dodgy key site places. I just want to put that out there because I know there's a number of people are concerned and they don't want to actually go to the dodgy sort of places. This is a safe one.
Yep, it's definitely it's a well-made point, because I think sometimes there is a little bit of uncertainty, and you approach these things with trepidation, don't you? So it's good to know.
Humble Bundle is an absolutely safe sort of place. So we go on to our last game. Again, this is another relatively new game as well. I think this year or late last year. And it is West of Dead. I have dipped my toe into this game on another platform, and my impressions was I didn't like it. I will be honest with you. It reminded me. it reminds me a bit of Hades, but instead you're this character here, and you're a smoking skull with a smoking head, a bit like that Marvel character who slipped my mind. And you go around there shooting things, and you level yourself up. It's another roguelike game.
Excellent. It came out last summer, so it was June last year. That I have to be honest,
just flying.
It really is, isn't it? It's kind of just blended into one, really. I'll be honest, this has not been one that's where the previous two have been on my radar. This is one that hasn't been on my radar. And I think the thing that's worth saying is, for me personally, this is one of the reasons that I enjoy having this subscription. I've got 3 games here that are available to claim. 2 have been on my radar, but I've just not really had the time, and I haven't invested in picking them up elsewhere. And then 1's not been on my radar, but it's something that is, because it's part of the subscription, I'll pick it up or claim it, and then I can kind of add them to my GFN library, and then I can at least try these games out and see whether it's something that's for me or whether it's something that's kind of going to sit in the library. But I think it's a great little trio of titles.
Yeah, I think it's here's maybe to maybe sway it for more people to give it a try. It's voiced by Ron Perlman.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
As we know, as we know, he's got a very distinct sort of character. So he is. So yeah. That's for people who don't know, that's the person who is in Hellboy and Sons of Anarchy and things like that. He's a pretty well-known sort of actor right there. Just for people who don't know, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I say stuff and I just assume everybody knows who I'm talking about and or what I'm talking about. So I just need to do that every so often.
No, definitely, it's worthwhile. But I mean, that's a great voice actor to have in there. As you say, he's got he certainly. I think when you see him as a person, he sort of has that appearance about him, doesn't he? You can imagine he kind of walks into a room and he has a certain sort of almost aura about him, and certainly his voice is, it's incredibly recognizable. I was just looking at the costing for this as well, because I know we're doing the running total. This is currently $15.49. So
about $20 mark as well.
Yeah,
I just realized it tells you at the top.
Oh, there we go.
So that'll be about $20 as well. So again, even if you're just a GFN gamer, this is absolutely fine. It's a fine sort of month on Humble Bundle to pick up some games.
Absolutely.
And just as we do say with the Epic Game Store, even if the game's not on the Epic, even if the game isn't on GFN, you just don't know what's going to happen. I would say the same for these games as well. You just don't know what's going to happen down the line. I can't say it. This one here, the Adam the Crops game, I think that I was really positive this was on GFN, but it doesn't appear to be at this moment in time.
I don't know why, but I feel like we've spoken about it, so it was a suggestion that it maybe was coming, or we thought maybe it was coming, but I know we've had a discussion about Atomic Crops.
Yes, I know what we've had a discussion from. I'll just say it's on Xbox, so it is. I think that's where we're having the discussion. But I think for me that's a GFN game. That's a game I would have expected to be on GFN. But I'm actually surprised it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if that makes its way at some stage. But again, I think it's a dead-on sort of month, and I would recommend it if you're interested in any of them 3 games, because you will make a bit of a saving there. And for me, from all them games, and that is even including the PGAs and the other games there, my pick is Neon Abyss. What would your pick be, even if the games aren't on GFM? I've stumped you.
You have stumped me because I probably would have gone Neon Abyss if I'm honest. I don't know. I tell you what, I'll go the other way then. I'll go Narita Boy.
We're going Narvita Boy.
Yeah.
No, so 2 games which are on GFM, and that's
so,
the yeah. Again, it's all about opinions. I know people may like obviously the big name is PGA and Rookie as well. I thought that was on GFN. That game definitely has a GFM feel about it as well. But I could recommend this one if you are looking for the different sort of games, the indie games which are slightly different. I could 100% do it, and if you get the cheaper sort of subscription as well, definitely get them. It's a no brainer for $6 or £4 a month sort of carry on. That offer I was given, I had to sign up for 6 months for that, so that is maybe why it's some people maybe are a bit hesitant, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, I think mine's the standard. I think I pay $8.61, which is the $12. But even at that, I mean, we've just listed off from a GFM perspective, we've just listed off 60 quid's worth, $70 of worth of games, and I've paid £8. I think to me that's I'm pretty pleased with that return, and I've got others that I can probably I can fire up on PC if I chose to as well. So there's multiple elements there that make it a worthwhile purchase for me.
Yeah, what people may not know as well, you get extras as well. You get like soundtracks, and if you've got a PC, you also get access to the Humble Trove, it's called, and these are DRM free, so you can download these and keep these forever. I rarely do that. There is an absolute ton of games here, and I'll just pick a couple of them. What the juice?
The Flame of the Flood?
No, I'm talking about the second one.
Oh. Oh dear, I'd say that there was me thinking the Flame of the Flood because I'd literally just bought that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Again, you won't be able to play these in GFN. Again, we just try and give you the fuller sort of picture, so you get access to all these games, so you can download them and keep them forever. So you can get we'll pick up a couple of the big ones here. You said the Flame and the Flood here. I will say Snake Pass. That was a game, an indie game which got a lot of praise a couple of years ago. Is there any ones you want to go for here?
Just looking at the rest of that list this year. Oh, Broken Sword.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
Valhalla Hills, when lifts go wrong. We've talked about that game. Dear Esther, I'm not a fan of walking simulators, but this is one of the best walking simulators about, apparently. Again, there's some cracking wee games here as well. There's some real interesting one. Wilmot's Warehouse is a game which has got a good reputation out there.
Just looking at some of the others.
But they're added onto your subscription. So you can pick these up, and these change every month as well. So some of these drop off and some of them get added. So I really like the Humble Bundle subscription, and on top of the Humble Bundle subscription as well, if I was to go and buy a game, do you see this wee thing here? So actually, here's a perfect one. If I was wanting to buy Life is Strange Super Duper Edition, for GFM, because we know that's coming to GFM. If I want to buy this, I can buy this in Humble Bundle, and I get 7% off here. So I get that for 60 quid instead of the 64, which pays for it. And you sometimes get bigger sort of ones here. So I'm just trying to think. Name a game on GFN. Rainbow Six Siege.
Pathfinder.
Oh.
So that came out last week, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm not getting a discount in that one. But if I wanted to buy Rainbow Six Siege on GFN, I can pick up the deluxe edition. Deluxe. I can't speak. The deluxe edition for £4.44 because I get an extra 15% off that for being a choice member. So you can really start saving with that. And again, we're not meant to be really going, oh my god, go buy Humble Bundle for all these things. It's it's just giving you options there. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, I mean, you introduced me to it, if I'm honest, and it's something that since I kind of picked up my subscription, you know, I've really found the benefit of it because I've been able to add, you know, if I coincide with my free games from my Epic store, you know, the other games that I actually want to sort of go out and buy, and then kind of throw this into the mix. I'm finding that I'm really nicely building my library at a steady rate, you know, specifically for games that are playable on GFN, which is great.
Yeah, just giving another example, there's Bus Simulator, which is now out on GFN that released, and you can pick that up for 15% off if you've got the Humble choice. So if you're
Duncan's pressed the back button. He loves pressing the back button on his mouse. I don't know. He seems to click it quite a few times. There we go. I was just explaining to everybody that you've clicked your back button.
Yep. If you really are investing a lot into GFN and your PC library, you could pick up absolutely. You make your money back if you're buying a load of games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that should leave us there. So you can tell us what you think about this show. Do you want us to continue this every month? We don't mind doing these things because we get to talk about games.
That's the thing, isn't it? If we've got an excuse to talk about games, we're there. We're happy to do it. But yeah, absolutely. Let us know what you think, and if it's something you kind of, is it, you know, I think as we said at the top of the show, you know, because the choice and the games change on a monthly basis, it'd be something that we'd run once a month. It wouldn't be something that's weekly. It'd be something we'd fire out once a month whenever the Humble Choice games drop, and then we'd get that out to you.
Absolutely. So this won't be a weekly thing, as Barry was saying. It would be a monthly thing, or unless there was a big, massive Humble Bundle sort of one where we think it can't be missed. You need to jump onto it. There has been a couple, but they seem to be not as regular. The ones that which grab me, but the choice is consistent for me. So we're always happy to hear your feedback, and we will stop rambling here and we will jump out now.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys all soon.
And see you later. Bye.
Bye.